So you're thinking of moving to Merritt Island, Florida. Today we are doing part 2 of our 3-part series on where to live in Merritt Island. Today I am going to be doing a driving tour through Central Merritt Island, which pretty much is the off Courtney area and off North Banana. So it's right in between 528, which is the beach line, and 520. If you're just a quick summary of Merritt Island, if you're starting on part 2, go back and watch part 1 if North Merritt Island is on your list. But essentially Merritt Island is located about an hour from Orlando. It's the boaters' capital of Brevard County. Lots of opportunity to own canal front homes, direct waterfront homes. The Banana River and Indian River run in between or on the sides of Merritt Island. And then we also have Sykes Creek right in the middle of Merritt Island. So today we're gonna do a driving tour of Central Merritt Island. This is where I live. I love living here in Merritt Island in general. You're only 10 minutes away, 10-15 minutes depending where you are of the beach. You got a Planet Fitness, Home Depot, restaurants, Starbucks, car washes, Publix. The other one's off 520. One's right in back of me. So everything you need for accessibility is all right over here. So we're gonna drive through it, and I've got my camera right here because I was having trouble doing it front, so you're gonna get the side view of driving today. Let's go. Shades are going up. It's full-blown summer. It's sunny. So if I were to take a right here, we'd actually end up right by the post office. What I'm planning to do right now is I'm actually going to take you through Diana Shores right now, and then we'll get back onto Courtney Parkway. Courtney Parkway is probably the most busiest, and you're going to see a lot more cars because it's the main hub. It's where everything you need, like I mentioned. But we're going to go through Diana Shores right now. It's a very popular neighborhood. You can get, the ages are pretty much like 1960s to 1980s in here, but that is a really popular gym here. And so Diana Shores is very popular for canal front homes, really beautiful neighborhood. It has a voluntary HOA just to pay for the lawn maintenance in front, but not really strict rules. But lots of people keep their houses really nice over here, and you can get a nice home for a decent price over here. I recently sold a pool home for about $435 here. And then I've also had people buy canal front homes over here for about $650,000 to $750,000. You do have to go through Sykes Creek, which is a no wake zone. Most of the, if not all the canals over here do not have bridge restrictions, which is good, so you can have your T-top for your boat. If you're interested in having that waterfront home, whether it's canal or direct, the canals, you just have to be aware of times you have to drive your boat out to the ocean, drive your boat out to the main part of the river. So you'll see this is a really nice neighborhood, very 1970s, 1960s feel to the homes. And to be honest, you can't really tell which one's canal and which one's not. Like on the right-hand side of me, those are canal front. On the left-hand side, they are not. Those are dry lots. So it's a pretty cool how it works. Yeah, you can't make any more canals. You can't make any more waterfront homes unless you're like over by South Tropical Trail, which will be in part 3. Part 3, I'll go over South Tropical Trail and Newfound Harbor. But it's a really popular neighborhood for sure. Now, like I mentioned, you have to go through Sykes Creek if you're a boater too, and sometimes that can take a bit. It takes about 45 minutes to get out. If you're looking for something a little bit more shorter to get to the main part of the river or the ocean, where you have to go through the lock system still, so that still is, you have to wait for that. A lot of people go more of the direct canals to the Banana River, which will put you up in price range for sure. It does add value when you have a shorter boat ride in this area for sure. Something to look out for, because a lot of these homes are 1960s and 70s. I sold, I believe, a 1972 home over here, and the biggest thing was they still had the cast iron pipes. If you've watched my videos before, you know how I feel about the cast iron, but I think that if you find the house that you love, and if we can negotiate it to get the credit for you to repair, and you're open to making that replacement in the near future, then go for it. Otherwise, you can find homes that have already replaced them. I have one under contract that is already replaced right now, but just something to keep in mind. A lot of times I have clients reach out to me and they're like, hey, we found this house on Zillow. We love it. It's canal front. And we just have to have that conversation. Are you open to replacing the pipes because they're the original pipes, and the cast iron pipes are at the end of their lives, they're collapsing. You have to be aware of that could happen. During your inspection period, if you're open for the cast iron, you'll get the pipe scoped to see if there's already anything collapsed, anything that you need to be concerned of. Sometimes people scope them and the pipes are looking great. You probably have another 5 years out of it before you even have to do anything, but it's just something to be aware of. So right now I'm gonna head back onto Courtney, and off of Courtney are just a ton of neighborhoods. It's the most populated area of Merritt Island because the lots are more so like 0.2, 0.19 to 0.25. That's pretty much like standard size lots. Of course, you could probably find like some oversized lots as well, but for the most part, it's more condensed for sure. All right, so we're back on Courtney. So to the left over here is that gym I mentioned. We've just got a new Burlington coat factory. We got an Ulta over here. And so everything you need. Some Beef O'Brady's 5. Oh, I didn't know. I forgot we got a Five Below. So that's one thing that I love about living in Merritt Island, like whether it's a doctor's, dentist, getting blood work done, going out to eat, you pretty much have it all. We don't really have a downtown per se, like a place that like will have an event and you go downtown. However, we're so close to Cocoa Village, which is what made me fall in love with this area because it's just one bridge away. Depending where you are, it could be 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And you have that downtown area with the events, with the fun bars. You can go bar hopping, go out to eat, take an Uber, whatever. And then you also have downtown Cocoa Beach, super close as well, same distance pretty much. So it has such a great accessibility, and it's more affordable, relatively more affordable than other areas of Florida, especially if you're that boater who wants a canal front home. You can't really get that anywhere else except maybe like North Florida where the weather is different and so forth. So it's just a very unique area, and we have the space industry that I talk a lot about in the North Merritt Island Part 1 video of this, and a lot of those people end up over here as well. Anywhere in Merritt Island could work for you if you're moving to this for the space industry. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Langley. I'm a local real estate agent here in Merritt Island. I live here in Merritt Island. I love living here, and I help people just like you every day move to the area. I was in your shoes once, so it's my favorite thing in the world to help people move here. It's life-changing. I was driving home from a closing, smiling ear to ear, just feeling so lucky that I get to live at a place like this. I just feel so blessed and lucky. We just landed on this on a whim for a job relocation. We hadn't been planning on moving here for a long time, never knew it existed, just flew down and fell in love with it. We love it. If you are planning to make the move, thinking about making the move, maybe you're retiring in a year, maybe you've got the job offer, reach out. My number and information is on the screen right here because I got your back when it comes to moving to Merritt Island or anywhere in the Space Coast for that matter, whether it's resale or new construction. If you need a rental, I can connect you with my rental agent on my team, and we can definitely help you out with that as well. And also, if you're liking this video, please make sure to subscribe so YouTube knows to send you videos every time I post a new one. And I usually post about either 2 or at least 1 a week. So right now we're still in Courtney. So then if we go all the way down Courtney, you're gonna hit 520. I'm gonna go all the way down there. At the end over there, you got a TJ Maxx, Publix, UPS store, drop off the Amazon boxes pretty easily. They even have the computer where you can scan it so you don't have to wait in line. But lots of little, it's definitely what I tell people. A lot of times, especially from this channel, I get either the Vieira buyer where you love a super aesthetic, master plan looking community, or you're gonna love the old Florida charm of Merritt Island and the accessibility to the beach. But they're definitely very different. You're gonna notice, like, as we drive, like sometimes we got like an old 1960s place, and then sometimes we got a brand new building. So it's not necessarily planned perfectly, but I love it. I think I call it eclectic for sure. I really love it. And another thing too is we are on a barrier island. Technically, it's a peninsula, so it's not even an island, but anyways. Of course, if you're moving here, a big concern is hurricanes and insurance. For the most part, especially because I help a lot of people move here, I live here personally, as long as you find a home that has what insurance is looking for, you're not gonna have a problem, and I help people do that. So our home, we've got a 1978 home. The PVC piping. We have a brand new roof. There's hail damage when we were purchasing it. Doesn't always work out like that, but you do want a relatively newer roof. We have impact windows. Again, not super common to get the impact, but at least getting the panels on the windows are super important, or like the accordion shutters for those insurance credits. You can do really well here with having that. There's also roof reinforcements, so either clips, toenails, straps. That's insurance likes that. Basically what happens is when you go under contract, you get an inspection done and we find out if it has those things, and the insurance company gets a report. We go out for quotes. For the most part, visually, I can tell you, okay, this is gonna be expensive because XYZ. Recently, I sold a really beautiful home, family home, a big family, and the home had everything except those window coverings, and the insurance was gonna be $5,000 a year. I think it was about $6,000. And I made them aware, look, and they had the money to do it afterwards. It's usually about $200 to $300 per window door to get some sort of protection on them for the insurance. And I made them aware, look, you can save so much money on your insurance after you close if you get this done, depending on how you can negotiate it. For that situation, we had negotiated so much off the top of the house. Actually, I think that one was about like 70 grand off the top, maybe 60, that it wasn't something we can go back. We already knew about the windows. It was already in consideration when we put the offer in. But sometimes when you find those things out, like for example, I sold one recently that everything had protection except the pool door. And that actually happened when I purchased my home too. We negotiated the seller to just put some protection on the door, and they were able to get the lower rate before closing. If you can't, in that scenario, like the other house, the family home, I advise them go do it after closing, get the inspector back out, send it over to insurance, and you'll get it reassessed and it will be a lower rate. That's what they'll probably do. So it's just, yes, absolutely, you can get insurance, especially on Merritt Island. I find that Merritt Island has cheaper insurance than beachside, even though it is in between the rivers. I find that in most areas it has really good drainage. Like I've been through a few hurricanes here. Of course, I get scared every single time. By the way, right now we're on 520. So this also is a main hub. We just got Chipotle and Wawa. We've got a car wash. I just got a monthly subscription there, so my car doesn't look so dirty when I film these anymore, even though I didn't have time to get it done, so it might look dirty right now. But as far as the hurricanes, it's a part of living in Florida. It is paradise 99% of the year. That 1% is when we get that hurricane and it can get scary. But for the most part, historically, we have not gotten hit really hard, but you just want to make sure you have the right insurance. Sometimes I have agents that tell me, oh, my cash buyers didn't get insurance. You need to protect yourself. I even advocate to get flood insurance. A lot of areas in Merritt Island aren't even in a flood zone, so it's not required, and it's actually less expensive when it's not required if you are financing. However, I always recommend getting it. On my house, I think ours is like $800 a year. It covers if it floods, because your normal general insurance will not cover any water that gets into your home unless the roof flies off, I believe. Ask your insurance agent when you go under contract all of those logistics, but yeah, get the flood insurance. I even tell people over in Vieira to get the flood insurance. Right now, if we were to go straight, we would end up in Cocoa Beach to the beach. So it's literally just like 10 minutes down the bridge, really beautiful view. I prefer to take 520 most of the time. You can take 528. I actually live closer to 528, but I don't like the highway. I rather just take this road, which is more of our main road. It's still a higher speed. I believe the speed limit is 50. But it's just a little less busy because 528 will take you right to the port where the cruises are. So sometimes it can get backed up over there as well. To the right over here is the Merritt Island Mall. It is your 1960s, not so great looking mall, but it has what you need. It's got Macy's, Dillard's. It's got a great Mexican restaurant there, my favorite. Best margaritas for sure. Really fresh ingredients that they use over there. It does the job. 1960s, they have had talks about revitalizing it, which would be amazing, but it's expensive, especially with interest rates right now, to invest in commercial stuff like that. So I'm sure it's something very far out. To the left over here is the new hospital that's supposed to be going in. They're building it right now. And then in back of the mall over here is the Veterans Memorial Center. There's a nice park, walking trail, and then they're also building an amphitheater over there. So we might be getting that downtown, a little bit of at least an event feel, probably maybe have food trucks when they host events and so forth. My office is right over there too, so I like that. We've got a Chick-fil-A over there, Walgreens Pharmacy. There's some condos. There are condos in Merritt Island. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I do not sell a ton of condos. I probably sell 1 or 2 a year. I used to sell a lot more when I first moved here because it was right after Surfside, the Miami, the Surfside condo that collapsed, and the new regulations didn't go into place yet. People didn't know what was going to happen with that, and so people were still buying them. HOAs were still low. Now those HOAs are super high. Insurance is high. The HOA covers the outside insurance, so that's what brings it up, along with getting those buildings to the standards required for all that. And so it just gets expensive, and it used to be a lot cheaper option for people. So if you're interested in a condo, we can definitely talk about it. But for the most part, especially in Merritt Island, people are buying single family homes for sure. So right now we're driving through one of my favorite roads in Merritt Island, to be honest. Sykes Creek is right in back of all this green lush that you see. I take this to get home at almost every day, and it's just a really pretty view, really pretty. A lot of people will park over here and go fishing over on like Sykes Creek over here. We do get the Merritt Island Boat Parade that goes right through Diana Shores. It goes, I believe it goes, yeah, it goes right over here to the left where you're seeing the video right now. And then we're gonna be coming up on the entrance to LeMay Park, which is, it has trails. I have friends that love to go hiking over there. Hiking's not really my thing, to be honest. So I've gone over there. There's a really pretty bridge, and sometimes you'll see dolphins over there, but there are trails back there. And yeah, if that's your thing, there's lots of those back there. And then over here, you have a similar story to Courtney, but it's just a lot less of a busy area. But as we take this curve over here, there's gonna be elementary school. So most of the schools in Merritt Island are located in Central Merritt Island, excluding the middle school and one of the elementary schools, Tropical Elementary, which are, they're right off South Tropical or South Courtney, which are that southern part of Merritt Island. But otherwise, we're gonna be coming up soon to Audubon Elementary School, which I believe is rated. I'll put links below so you can check all of this. The neighborhoods to the left over here that you're seeing in the video are gonna be dry lots where you don't have canal front, but there also are a lot of canals. Some of these have bridge restrictions, so you can't do like a T-top. You have to have a bimini or no hard top over. You have to fit through some bridges. So something to really keep in mind. I've heard of real estate agents getting sued because of not letting their clients know. To be honest, I don't know if this buyer won, but it's something you want to work with someone who knows what they're talking about with these waterways. I know I've done a ton of research and sold a few of these homes before. But then you have also the dry lots over here as well. We're going through Audubon right now. There's the Christian church on the right. They hold like flea markets and have rock bands over there all the time. To the right over here, you can't see it, but this is more of the direct canals that go right out to the Banana River and then are super easy to get to the locks over there, or at least get direct to the river where you can go fast and not be put in the Manatee zones and the no wake zones. And then right now I'm going to be turning into Surfside Estates, where we'll end this. If I were to keep going, we would end up going towards a lot more neighborhoods. And then there is Kelly Park West and there's Kelly Park East. Kelly Park West has the playground, soccer fields, tennis courts, stuff like that. And then on the other side, a little bit down more, is Kelly East, where it has the boat ramps, tons of boat ramps in this area. They call the boater capital of Brevard County for the reason that it's really accessible for a lot of boaters. This is Surfside Estates. This is 1960s, 1970s neighborhood again, but some of these homes are on canals. They do have the bridge restrictions over here on this side. And then you have dry lots as well. Most of these homes are about 1,400 to 1,700 square feet, 2-car garages, but this is a really popular neighborhood. And then going back, if we were to pass the parks more, Kelly East and Kelly West, you're gonna get onto an on-ramp to get onto 528, whether you're going towards the cruise port or the beaches to the right, or left going west, you're gonna head into Orlando. Something really nice, you just get on 528 and you follow it all the way to the end and you end up in Orlando. So pretty cool. So that is all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're thinking about moving to Merritt Island, it's such a great place to live. Central Merritt Island has everything one needs, unless you're looking for like more land or direct waterfront. Granted, there are some direct waterfront houses over here. Sykes Creek, some of those direct Sykes Creek homes are gorgeous. It has such a beautiful view. It's such a great place to live. I'm not on water. I would love to be on water in the next home. You don't have to be a boater just to live here. You can love the beach, or you can just love space exploration, because literally anywhere you live, you'll get, we just had one earlier. I let the dogs out, was sitting outside, and I heard it going, and I'm like, oh, there it is. You can see it, whether you're, depending on if you're east, west, north, south facing, where you have to look. It's such a cool place to live. So if you're thinking about moving here, or you know you are, or you're planning on retiring here, whether it's Space Coast or Merritt Island, make sure to reach out, because I got your back when it comes to moving here. My information's on the screen right here. Reach out anytime. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to catch part 1 and part 3 coming out probably in a couple weeks. I'll be doing Newfound Harbor, South Tropical Trail, and Dragon Point. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.